William Tatlingari pulls a page out of the Eagles Super Bowl playbook with his Philly pass to Sean Daly for a touchdown in this 2018 game against the Haverford School. In the last play of the half, Jordan Meacham threw back to Kyle Shermer for a touchdown in the 41-39 victory against DeMatha High School of Maryland in 2014. Backup quarterback Kevin Forster swings a pass to Jamal Abdur-Rahman for a touchdown in the 2010 win over the Raiders of Archbishop Ryan. Byron Hopkins became the first LaSalle freshman ever to toss a touchdown, this to Tim Barrett on the last play of the Malvern Prep game in 2018. Against Tommy Moore in 1952, Mike Sullivan arcs an aerial to end Jim McWilliams, who takes it in for a touchdown in the 26-0 whitewash of the Golden Bears. All-purpose back John Gannon hits end Paul Meehan in the end zone for a touchdown in this 1975 affair with the Knights of Bishop Kenrick. City title game against Frankfurt at Franklin Field in 1960, halfback Tom Crow fires to end Vince Dennery for a second quarter touchdown in the 24-0 victory. Jack of all trades, Jack Forster tosses an alley-oop pass to end Joe Migliarese in the end zone as LaSalle defeats the Friars of Monsignor Bonner in this 2006 game. Jimmy Herron executes a third down center screen with fullback Mike Ifey, and Ifey takes it to the house in this playoff win over Roman Catholic in 2012. In this grainy film, John Dean finds a diving Neil O'Brien in the end zone for a touchdown in this miraculous come-from-behind win over Archbishop Wood in 1977. Dennis Blake bootlegs to his left and then fires in the end zone to Bernie McFadden for a touchdown in the 12-0 shutout of the Crusaders of Father Judge in 1963. Sophomore quarterback Alan Paterzo executes a neat option pass to freshman Mayo Howell for a touchdown in the fourth quarter of a playoff win over Roman in 2019. Against Cardinal Doherty, Bill Horry swings a pass to John Deeney, who outdodges all of the Cardinal defenders on his way to the end zone in this 1970 game. Quarterback Jim Logan finds Brendan McGowan for one of their two touchdown connections in a victory over the Falcons of North Catholic in 1986. Bill McGarity, the extra point quarterback, arcs a pass to Bob Leone in the end zone for a touchdown in the rout of the Kaolites of Roman Catholic in 1961. Backup quarterback Dwayne McCarthy shows off his arm in this long pass to Kyle Elliott for a score in the win over the Friars of Monsignor Bonner in 1999. Jerry Murphy airs it out, finding halfback Joe Kohler wide open down the right side for a touchdown as LaSalle manhandles Bishop Kenrick in this 1966 game. Quarterback Isaiah Jones locates freshman Marvin Harrison in the end zone of the opening game against the Knights of North Penn for the 2017 season. In the second quarter of the Thanksgiving Day game against the Prep in 1979, Larry Daniel connects with Mark Mims for a touchdown in the 15-14 triumph over the Hawks. Pigskin passer John Henry connects with end Dave Deal on a crossing route for a touchdown in the 24-0 trouncing of St. Joe's Prep in 1954. 2001, Brian Donahue locates running back Max Molyneux near the goal line, and Mighty Max dives in for a touchdown against the North Catholic Falcons. In the 2019 regular season game against the Prep, junior Gavin Daly swings a pass to freshman Mayo Howell, who weaves his way through Hawk defenders and into the end zone. Late in a scoreless game against Bishop Kenrick in 1970, John Mara floats a pass to John Deeney in the left flat, and Deeney races into the end zone for the winning score. Senior Joe Sheehan waits for halfback Bob Gumrot to get into the clear, and Gumrot takes the pass for a touchdown against Bishop Egan in 1964. Against North Catholic in 1993, Jim Meehan slings a pass to the speedy Jim Gorman, who bolts into pay dirt for a LaSalle touchdown. In the fourth period against the Cahillites of Roman in 2001, Joe Winning finds Pat McCarthy in the end zone for a score in the 34-0 rout in favor of the Explorers. In the fourth quarter of a 2016 game, quarterback Tom Lamort launches a bomb to wide receiver Troy Holland for a 64-yard touchdown against Judge. Against Archbishop Ryan in 1969, Bill Lockery connects with end John Cush, who rumbles for a 57-yard touchdown to win the game 12-7. "5'4" Eddie Nessler hits end Tom Herron on a crossing pattern for a touchdown against North Catholic in the second period of a 1954 game. In his first game ever as a quarterback, Chris Pennington lofts a touchdown pass to an open Obi Amachi against Archbishop Carroll in the opening game of the 1998 season. Against Roman in 2019, Jack Machida executed a favorite LaSalle play, rolling right and throwing back left to tight end Matt Bowes, who raced to the end zone for the score. Ed Stranix, the quarterback of the unbeaten Little Explorers, hits end Vince Dennery in the third period for a touchdown in LaSalle's win over Frankfurt in the 1960 city title game. Sean McDermott, the all-purpose Explorer, rolls right and passes to Andrew Gilligan in the end zone in LaSalle's drubbing of Bishop Egan in 1992. Slinging southpaw Scott Harrison rolls right and fires to wide receiver Martin Dean in the end zone for a touchdown against Bishop Egan in 1983. Early in the 2018 game against Malvern Prep, Sean Daly connects with Khalil Diarra on the right sideline, and Diarra outruns the Friars for an 80-yard touchdown. Dan McNichols out and up to Tom Truitt with 21 seconds to go results in a 28-yard touchdown and a come-from-behind win over Archbishop Wood in 1994. With seconds to go in a 1973 game, Michael Cassidy's Hail Mary to Pete Uzelak was answered, as LaSalle wins over the Vikings of Archbishop Wood 20-19. Joe Zace finds end Joe Rutecki in a maze of defenders in the end zone for a touchdown in a 1968 game against the Knights of Bishop Kenrick. Danny Selecki's bomb drops into the hands of wide receiver Troy Holland for a touchdown as the Explorers defeat the Roman Catholic Cahillites in 2017. On Thanksgiving morning of 1990, Joe McNichol launches a bomb to Steve Strohecker for a 62-yard touchdown to start the rout of St. Joe's Prep. South Rob Harrison tosses a clutch fourth-quarter TD to Steve Rosati against the St. Joe's Hawks on Thanksgiving, and a two-point play wins the game for LaSalle. Mike Ternosky hits John Briers on the sideline, and Briers scores to start a comeback as LaSalle ties Powerful Neshaminy in the 1966 contest on Heartbreak Ridge. Against the vaunted defense of Archbishop Ryan, Jeff Crawford passes deep to Chris Smith, and Smith outfights the Raider defender for a TD in the 1991 tussle. In 2011, Matt McGarity connects with former St. John's teammate Colin Buckley for a 64-yard touchdown to start the third quarter against the Knights of North Penn. In the inaugural Thanksgiving Day game against the Prep in 1976, Dave Asman connects with John Gannon in a second period touchdown as LaSalle shuts out the Hawks. Against Cardinal Doherty in 1959, Howard Guarini's pass to Tom Koss hits him in stride for a 61-yard touchdown in a 20-8 Little Explorer victory. In the fourth quarter of a 1989 game against Archbishop Wood, Chris Masella dodged the rush and tossed a game-winning touchdown pass to Chad Stowe. Senior Chris Kane rockets a pass to wide receiver Sean Coleman at midfield, and Coleman goes the distance in a 2012 victory over North Penn. Frank Daniel bootlegs and stops to arch a pass into the waiting arms of Jim Bannister in the end zone as LaSalle comes from behind to beat upstart Father Judge in 1962. Junior quarterback Mike Lynch throws a back shoulder fade in the end zone for a touchdown to Chris Garzone in a 2003 battle with the Crusaders of Father Judge. In the Cardinal Doherty game for the 1974 season, junior Gary Uzelak sneaks a pass into Tom Ignace at the goal line amidst several Cardinal defenders for a touchdown. On the last play of the half at North Penn in 2015, Chris Ferguson lets it out to Winston Eubanks for a 51-yard touchdown to darken the Knights. In the 1999 Thanksgiving Day game against the Prep, Gabe Marabella threads the needle to Joe Vasallo for a 41-yard touchdown in the third period. Against St. Thomas More in 1952, junior Billy McGee finds his favorite target, Jack Duffy, for a 25-yard score as LaSalle blanks the Golden Bears 26-0. Three-year starter John Harrison connects in the 2006 championship game with Joe Migliarese for a touchdown as LaSalle defies the odds by defeating the Hawks 14-7. In an early season game against Bergen Catholic in 2014, Kyle Shermer shows his sure shot with Jimmy Herron on a pretty post pattern in the primary period. In the lid lifter for the 1987 season, junior all-everything Jack Stanzak rolls right and tosses to Kevin Lang for a touchdown against the Crusaders of Father Judge. Junior quarterback Paul Ada sends an accurate aerial to his favorite receiver Lou Greco for a touchdown in the 1956 season starter versus West Catholic. Drew Lockree's look-in pass to Kevin Forster in the 2009 championship game against St. Joe's Prep was the game winner for the Explorers on their way to a state title. In sophomore Brett Gordon's first varsity game, he fires a third-period touchdown bomb to Brian Kersey in the 1995 opener against West Catholic.